Jay with MusicMarauders.com, and I'm here with Brendan and Jake from Umphrey's. How are you guys?
Excellent. Thanks
Fabulous. Lovely weather.
Yeah, fantastic time so far here at Wakarusa. Can you guys talk a little bit about the growth of the band, both musically and I would say in regards to social networking and publicity, and how you guys have grown since kind of your beginnings?
Yeah, I mean, the internet obviously took a big boost right when we were sort of kicking up around 2000. You know, really helped basically get our music out there to people who would normally have to write into a fan mail base and put a stamp on it. It sort of takes that out of the whole equation. You know, it makes it a little bit clearer for everyone to sync up and jump on tour together. It just really helped from day one.
Sure,
you know?
It's super convenient for bands.
Yeah.
What about musically? How have you guys progressed? Where do you know from the beginning?
In the beginning, we were a bar band that had 3 chords and 3 changes, and one real bad idea, one real bad name, and then as we kind of grew with the fan base, and we added everybody, and the sound we have now, it's almost laughable. I saw a DVD of us from like 11 years ago, and it's amazing how much growth. And it's kind of hard for us to see it because we'd have to stop back and be reflective on it, and we're kind of looking forward all the time. So.
Sure. I noticed personally a big leap around the time of the release of Mantis. Personally, I saw a big leap musically, and just kind of how the songs got a little bit more danceable, and really enjoyed that album.
Yeah, it's just getting more confident in the studio and just songwriting in general. You know, you got to fall on your face a ton of times before you can really start to understand your artistic growth, and you know, find music that makes other people get going too.
Sure.
So it's not all about you and what your vision is. You got to think of it as a bigger picture.
Right.
And it's about maturity, you know, overall.
Yeah, no, that's definitely noticeable. And that material translated really well live too, I would say. Can you guys talk a little bit about the chemistry between the two of you in regards to having 2 lead guitars and playing off one another?
You know what's funny is like a lot of the stuff that we do improv-wise, hooking up on lines, like cutting in and out, we've never talked about.
Yeah.
Like honestly, we just hang out when we're together and we talk about other bands and food. Like we've never been like sitting together and practiced like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very automatic. It more goes into the listening category and then reacting. You know, because I think we know each other's style well enough that I kind of know what he's gonna do, and he knows what I'm gonna do, and then it's all about complementing the idea. So kind of like someone's got to be a follower and a leader, and then that role shifts and changes.
Sure.
You can't both have a separate idea and run after it. It's kind of like one has to follow the other, you know.
Gotcha. Have you guys played Wakarusa before, or is this your first experience? Okay, have you?
Done it. This is the 3rd time we've been here.
Okay. Can you talk a little bit about Wakarusa and you know, I guess as a festival, what it means to you guys, or?
I mean, this is one of the landmark fests of the year, you know, along with all the other big festies out there. I think just the area in general is really sweet around here. It's sort of at the top of a foothill, and then down the hill is 2 miles down to reservoir water, and we're just sort of on this top little mountaintop, little Ozarky vibe, you know.
Yeah, a beautiful venue.
These are the oldest mountains in the world, man. You know.
Oh yeah.
I think that's
just make that up. Oh, is it okay? Can we check? Can we get a check on that?
Yeah.
Yes, it's true. All right, it's true. Okay.
I think Wakarusa does a good job with the mix of music.
Absolutely.
Really covering. They got the bluegrass thing. They got the late night DJ thing. They got the rock band thing. They got the funk thing, and it's very every genre is well represented here.
Agreed. Can you guys talk a little bit about your unique conceptual approach to some of your events like Bowl, and can you talk about the experience that kind of provides for the fans? That's, you know, outside of the normal concert experience.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess we're always looking for new things to turn on our fan base because we care deeply about them as they us.
It's not just about money.
Right.
No.
It's sort of like get people more involved and more, you know, get their fingers in the music a little bit more, where normally bands wouldn't really even bat an eye to that. That'd be a no-no.
Right.
So we're just experimenting, and some things work great, some things sort of work. So it's like we're always constantly in like an experimental mode, and Umbol is just sort of a creature of that.
The feedback has been pretty positive, I would say, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Seems like the fans are really into kind of being able to interact with one of their favorite bands during a show.
The majority of our fan base has been around for so long that we see their faces in California, we see their faces in Arkansas, we see them in Miami. So to keep them included and to listen to what they want, I mean, is a really good kind of business model.
Sure.
If you think about it, it's just like these are the people that are going to take care of you. So like, listen to them.
Sure. How do you feel about that when you guys see all these same faces in different cities? And did you guys ever think it would get to that point? Or is this kind of something that surprised you or caught you off guard?
Yeah, I mean, there's no, business book on how to do music in general for any band. So it's like, it's a day by day, week by week, month by month process. And luckily it's for us, it hasn't been like a straight shoot to the top and fall like a rocket, It's been like slow baby steps. And I think that keeps everyone's head in check, and this is our work. This is what we do, and we take a lot of pride in it. It just makes sense to do things that you wish your favorite bands would have done, and we're kind of like taking that role. Like, wouldn't that be cool if Pink Floyd released like everything they ever did in the studio?
Wild.
They've got tons of it.
I'm sure. So when you guys do go city to city though and see all those same faces, it's got to make you feel really good, and it's got to, just to have that loyal fan base, it's got to be an exceptional feeling.
It's it feels as cool as you think it would feel.
Fantastic response.
There's not a better way to describe it. It's pretty amazing, and it's very humbling too, because that gives you the confidence to go out on a limb, and if you, like you were saying, if you fall on your face, they're going to be there tomorrow to let you try again.
That's great. It's good. I'm sure there's a lot of criticism too, though, the other side of that.
Yeah.
And rock and roll is all about having sort of a fearless mentality and walking against the grain, and that's what we're all about, putting ourselves in interesting situations musically, and hopefully we can work our way out of them.
Speaking of interesting situations, can you guys each maybe tell me one of the craziest things you've experienced on the road? Take a second, think about it. I'm sure there's some things you maybe can't talk about too, so whatever you can kind of approach.
One of the funniest things was it might have been at Wakarusa last year. I was hanging with Stasek, we were walking around just checking out bands, and this big sweaty dude came up and gave him a huge hug, and he reeked really bad, and Stasek vomited right there in front of him. And he just couldn't help it. He was like, "I'm so sorry, but I gotta throw up." So that was pretty wild.
That is wild.
That's pretty rock and roll.
You got anything on your end?
Everything right now, I got to turn my filter on.
That's fine, understandable.
Yeah.
You guys got a couple. We're
I remember that story.
getting a laugh over here too. All right. You guys got a couple of big nights coming up in Colorado. We're a Denver-based publication, so I wanted to talk a little bit about Colorado. You got a night at the Boulder Theater, and then you also are doing a co-bill with Railroad Earth. Can you guys talk about how the Railroad Earth situation came together? Because to me, it seems like an odd pairing in regards to the music, but in regards to the scene, you see those same two bands, Umphrey and Railroad at the same festivals. So
we're always the last 10 years, we've always been on the same bills with Railroad. So it's just, and nowadays it's not about, musical barriers, it's about breaking those things down anyway. So
sure.
I love bluegrass just as much as I like, hard rock. So it's all apples, oranges, and I like both fruit.
Sure, understandable.
Yeah, it's about throwing a big party too, and I spoke with Tim yesterday about starting a collaboration idea, and I think we're going to try and do something at the end of the night. And
he talked a little bit about that. It sounds like it's going to come together.
Yeah. Cool. I think we're going to do a Slayer tune.
Something Slayer back into.
Oh, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Into what was it? And then Enya or.
Kumbaya.
Yes.
Finish with Kumbaya. That's delightful. I'm sure your fans will love that encore. That's great. Thanks again for your time, gentlemen, and it's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much. We'll see you in Denver.
Yeah.